Oh man, they got the Diddler, y'all. They got the Diddler. So there are multiple things going on here, and not just all this story. They have named someone, in this whole operation who they say is like just Ghislaine, or however you say her name, Ghislaine Maxwell, which is Epstein. So like I said before, man, when we first talked about this, I said nah, they are painting Diddy right now as like the hip hop Epstein, bro. They are really painting him like the hip hop Epstein. And now they are saying that this lady called Christina Coram has said that it's Diddy's right hand source, like the one who's setting up all these operations. So this is something else on top of what just happened today. So if you aren't aware, Diddy, he went to New York willingly. According to his team, he went to New York willingly and told the authorities where he was, where his whereabouts was, because before he was in Miami. Apparently they raided the Miami crib and the New York crib simultaneously, or one of his cribs. You know, Diddy probably had multiple cribs in the same city. So they raided multiple cribs, and then, you know, allegedly they said that he was flying away. They were like, oh, getting out the country, there it go. But then he ended up, he was still in Florida. But now he went to New York, and he turned himself in. You know, I said he turned himself in. But this story here, because actually we're gonna look at this one first, because it's like multiple things. So Diddy, he got held without bail, right? So this one is him getting held without bail. So just read the story. It says Sean Diddy Combs was denied bail on Tuesday, which is today, on charges he led to a depraved criminal empire in which he threatened women and forced them to take part in drugged up sex shows for over a decade. So a lot of people, because again, the internet is crazy, you know, it goes, people just be making up things. So, you know, we called them freak offs, right? Like these parties were called freak offs, but people were thinking that the internet made this up. No, this is what Diddy actually called these joints. He called them freak offs, like for real. So no, that's not a joke. It's not a joke. Like it's funny and we're laughing at it, but it's really not a joke. Like it's like he legit called them freak offs. Like, and if you legit call a party a freak off, what do you think's happening? What do you think is going on there? So anyways, the prosecutor dubbed him a serial abuser and a serial obstructor. That Sean Diddy Combs, 54, did not visibly react as Manhattan federal magistrate Judge Robin Tarnowski, remanded him into custody following a nearly 2-hour-long hearing, where he sat without handcuffs at the defense table wearing a black t-shirt, blah, blah, blah. He sided with federal prosecutor, Tarnowski sided with federal prosecutors who argued the music mogul should be jailed because he's in extreme danger to the community. Get this nigga off the streets, basically, is what they said. Get him off the streets. Diddy, we've heard all these rumors about what you did, not only with these freak offs, but with people who you have threatened, with people that you have blackballed, stuff like that. You know, like the Kid Cudi situation, situation with Drake, and we go on and on and on. This man is a menace to society. Is what I'm just saying. He said, you know, he go run right here. Is in NYC Street, so it's crazy. So he said they continue here, had an extensive and exhaustive history of obstructing justice. Yeah, of course. Adding, bringing up claims that the rapper tried to bribe a hotel security officer to cover up the March 5th, 2016 assault of Cassie, which we all saw in 4K. And we knew, you know, it had to have been some cover up, because if this happened in 2016 and we are seeing this in 2024, we know that there was some sort of cover up, and it usually, you know, 99% of the time involves money. And well, actually not 99% of the time, you know, sometimes it involves money. A lot of times involved, like, I'm gonna beat your ass if you start talking. So, you know, sometimes it's both, but you know, if you ain't taking that money, then, you know, we about to take that other route to make sure that this is covered up. So it said, can you explain the Kid Cudi thing? So the Kid Cudi thing, in shortest term, Diddy apparently was acting like he was some sort of super villain, and allegedly blew Kid Cudi's car up in his parking lot, in his driveway. And again, you already know what this is always over some women. So this man was like being extremely crazy over Cassie, and that's how the Kid Cudi situation allegedly happened. Now Cassie and her whole allegations here, that's what she did confirm, but Diddy has not said anything, and I don't think he ever will. Like, who would admit to freaking blowing a car up with like making it a car bomb, you know? So that's what they were saying. That's what they were saying. So but like I said, you know, every time that I heard this story, like, it just sounds so unbelievable, right? Yeah, they said this man hung Wale off of a balcony, bro. Then he hung Wale off of a balcony. And said he slapped Drake, he pissed on Drake, like you know, multiple people said that. So like, it was just so many things that this man was allegedly doing. Like, he's a menace, bro. Yeah, Wale. I don't even know what that story was. We can look that up in a second, unless it mentions it in this story. But yeah, he said he's been attached to every. Yeah, exactly. So to continue here, so it came after Combs, who was arrested Monday at a New York City hotel. He pled not guilty. Of course, you're going to plead not guilty to the charges of racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and transportation for the purposes of prostitution. So these are all of the claims right now that Sean P. Diddy Combs is being accused of. So this man, it's a RICO case. So in short terms, it's a RICO case, y'all. And yeah, he in the same situation right now that Young Thug and YSL are being caught up in, but this is like 100 times worse because P. Diddy has been around since forever. He's been around a very, very long time. So just imagine all the things that could have possibly happened since Diddy has been in the position that he's in, bro. So it's crazy. He said J. Cole should have met him. Yeah, J. Cole was like one of the only people that we've heard that stepped up to Diddy and like, I ain't afraid of you, nigga. He said he a Batman villain. Yeah, so it's wild. It's wild. So to continue here, he faces a mandatory minimum of 15 years behind bars and up to life imprisonment if convicted on the sex trafficking charge alone, and up to life behind bars. So that's crazy. If the sex trafficking alone ends up finding him guilty, then he's going to get a minimum of 15 years and up to life. And he's being charged with multiple things here. They said racketeering, sex trafficking, fraud, or coercion and transportation for the purpose of the prostitution. That which we got videos. Yeah, you probably never gonna see a lot of those. I mean, but maybe because if that Cassie thing popped up, then we may see some other stuff. And some other stuff may pop up. But like I said, I think that everything that Sean P. Diddy Combs is being accused of, I think he's done an amazing job at covering everything up. Him and his team have done an amazing job covering everything up. But again, it's 2024. Everything in the dark will come to light. So, man, we gonna see, man. We gonna see. Like I said, it's just getting worse and worse and worse. So to continue on here, Combs is accused of forcing women into freak-offs with male prostitutes while he masturbated and recording the sometimes day-long sex sessions. This man is a fan, bro. A freaky ass nigga. Freaky ass nigga. This man got male prostitutes, and he was forcing women to have sex with these male prostitutes, all while being a voyeur, and watching it and recording it. So you watching it in person, you're recording that joint. Damn. Like, it's crazy, bro. Prosecutor detailed how Combs has allegedly tried to obstruct justice on multiple occasions by trying to persuade witnesses to lie to protect his reputation. For instance, Johnson said that Combs allegedly tried to destroy the surveillance video showing him beating Ventura, which we talked about before, which eventually emerged this year. And just as recently as last week, Johnson said that Combs texted former Diddy Dirty Money singer Selena Harper 58 times after she was named in a lawsuit against him brought by Dawn Richards. So again, she's also a part of well, yeah, that was all dirty money right there. Harper on Friday then issued a statement claiming she hadn't seen the rapper abuse anyone. Okay. Combs has an ongoing ability to keep witnesses in his pocket and at his disposal. Law enforcement agents has found bags of pink powder in his hotel room when they arrested him. Pink powder. What could that pink powder? What were you doing, Diddy? What are you doing, man? You was getting high when the white girl with his pink powder. What are you doing? What's you doing? Investigators were waiting for the test results on the substance, but Johnson told the judge they resemble bags of pink powder previously identified as ecstasy. Okay, ecstasy. All right, all right. So this man wasn't doing coke. He was doing ecstasy. Remind me of that Diddy line, the Eminem song. This stuff crazy, man. So this is the whole diatribe here. You could download this PDF if you want to. I'm sure it's on other website, but right now I'm looking at the New York Post. So this is crazy, man. So all right, so let's continue reading down here. So Combs' lawyer, who notably represented since convicted NX-IVM sex cult leader, what the you've okay. I'm not sure about Keith Rainier. So you're a sex cult leader. Y'all familiar with that name? I'm not familiar with that name. Keith Rainier asked the judge to release his client on $50 million bond through home detention with electronic monitoring. And we already know that guy denied. That guy denied. $50 million bond, and that still got denied. The state said, we ain't taking your money. They said, nah, we about to convict you, buddy. You're not going back anywhere. You can't be back out on these streets, man. He argued that Combs flew from his Miami home to the Big Apple on September 5th. Oh, okay, so he did it on the 5th. Interesting. So he planned on it. I thought he went back like yesterday, but so he came back on the 5th. He planned to turn himself in. So here's the deal, chat. Here's the deal. So this man flew back to NY, right? He flew back to NY, and he told the authorities where he would be. Now this is all a play, right? This is all a play to be like, hey, I came back voluntarily, right? Like, I am cooperating. So therefore, you should give me bail because I'm not running away. As you can see, I am back in New York. You can convict me in New York. I told you where I am. So go ahead and get me. Take me to court. But y'all gonna give me this bail because I'm not a menace to anybody. The authority also claimed that the sex acts described in the indictment involved consenting people and were part of the way these two adults wanted to be intimate. Does everyone have to experience being intimate this way? No. Is it sex trafficking? No. Dad. We're all better off if the federal government does not come into people's bedrooms. So they are alleging that all of these acts were consensual, and you shouldn't come into Diddy's bedroom to be seeing how he likes to get down. That's not a good case. That's not a good defense. Not a good defense there. Okay. So the lawyer also attempted to pass blame onto victim one. Okay, so now you're trying to come at the cat. Oh my, this is terrible. This is already a terrible defense. He said Combs and Ventura were in love and had been together for 10 years, but know that they both cheated on each other. Does that give any reason? Does that give any motive, any credence, any green light beat on her though? I don't care how angry you are. We saw the video, Diddy. We seen how you act towards her. I don't care if y'all were cheating on each other. Like, clearly you were. Like, you kept her in her back pocket like she was a freaking puppy, but she ended up being, according to her, she was really a slave. Like, if you are doing all this with all these other women and allegedly men here, because you brought men and women into the situation, like, you getting your freak offs on, you know, however long you want. So of course you cheating. Of course you cheating. But because Cassie allegedly cheated, that makes it okay. All right. Anyways, the lawyer added that the caught on camera hotel fight broke out after Ventura allegedly saw on Combs' phone evidence of his cheating. Right. So Ventura hit Combs over the head with his own cell phone, sparking the fight. Okay. Combs pleaded not guilty to the 3-count indictment, and he faces up to life in prison if convicted. The lawyer maintained to reporters after hearing that his client was innocent. Mr. Combs is a fighter. He's going to fight this to the end. He's innocent. He came to New York to establish his innocence. He's not afraid of the charges. There's nothing that the government said in the presentation today that changes anyone's mind about anything. He said he would be arguing against the decision to hold Combs without bail during a hearing on Wednesday afternoon. Combs is due back in court on the 24th, so next week. Nah, man, this is just. I think this time, especially since they denied bail, I think they're really gonna try to get him. So, so they continue on with this, man. Like I said, I hate to laugh, but like it's some things that are just crazy. So going back to this, right? So now we are all caught up. So going back to this. So allegedly, this lady, Christina Coram, is like again the right hand man or woman in this situation to Diddy, who was like setting up all the plays, like these freak offs and all these other situations to go for it. So let's read this article. Let's read this article. Said that this lady, Christina Coram, is close to the federal sex trafficking investigation into him. Said believes she is more his manipulator in chief. If anyone is a gatekeeper, Christina would know everything. High-ranking supervisors were flagged in a three-count federal indictment charging Combs with sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation, blah, blah, blah. And Combs pleaded not guilty, but he remains in custody. We already talked about that. Coram has not been arrested or charged for any crime. No, you need to get her. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. She look like she in some freaky shit. She look like she into some freaky shit. I don't believe that she innocent. I don't believe she innocent one bit. And it ain't happening, bro. She had something to do with it. She got something to do with it. Just because she a woman don't mean that she ain't low. She ain't low. You're not getting off with just this cheesy smile. Nah. If you were next to Diddy, you did something. If you next to Diddy, you did something. According to the indictment, Combs was alleged to have used certain employees, including the high-ranking supervisors, to carry out, facilitate, and cover up his abuse and commercial sex ring. Although none of his employees were named in the papers. Y'all need to. The supervisor facilitated sexual performances dubbed freak offs. Like I said before, this wasn't something that the internet made up. This is like an actual name of what he called his parties. According to the indictment, which included sex workers and stocking the hotel rooms in advance with the required freak off supplies. Oh my God, the required freak off supplies, including controlled substances, baby oil, extra linens, and lighting. So here's the thing that people found that was just absolutely hilarious. During these raids of Diddy's mansions, they found narcotics and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. 1,000 bottles, more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant, bro. Bro, nigga was slipping and sliding all over the place, bro. This is crazy. That's a lot of baby oil and lube, bro. No one man should have all of that baby oil and lube. So how do you accumulate? Exactly. Somebody said he must have ordered all these joints off of Amazon. They said they should have had a limit and was like, yo, we got this big ass order of baby oil and lube. What the hell was going on? They said they should have canceled that joint. They should have canceled that order, bro. Yeah, definitely got pallets of that shit. That's crazy, right? And they said the feds have gotten evidence from a lot of sources, recordings, text messages, names, and texts from this lady, Christina. And while I said, go after her ass next. Go after her next. I want to see her in cuffs too. She ain't low. I want to see her in cuffs too. Y'all gonna get Diddy. Diddy better start snitching. And he better name her. Look at her, bro. She just smiling. She think that ain't nothing going on. No, get her ass too. Lock her ass up. Man, but keep it John right. He got a secret vault fact. Like this crazy, bro. This is ridiculous. So all this popped up, because Cassie was the one who really popped it up. But this dude, Lil Rod, he was the one that also shot some more things. Now he definitely denied Lil Rod. And I've seen other people that were defending that stuff too. So, but yeah, Lil Rod was the one who like added on to it, and he was adding on that, Diddy might swing the other way too. Because he be getting it in with some of the men who are like watching men or male prostitutes getting in with the ladies and possibly yourself. There's no way that you're not joining in. If you are hiring male prostitutes and you are forcing women to have sex with these male prostitutes and you watching, ain't no way you just watching. There's no way that you're just watching. So if that's true, bro, nah, you definitely swing it both ways. Ain't no way. Coram did not return the post request to the comments on Tuesday. 2021, Diddy had posted about her on Facebook saying she's been my right hand for at least 8 years and had consistently proven to execute and get ish done. Don't know how I'd function without her. Yeah, you already know. So she was facilitating the stuff and she was covering stuff up when things got too hot. So apparently she's really good at her job. If she was covering all this stuff up for that long, and now all this stuff is coming to light, yeah, she's really good at her job. Again, I ain't saying it's okay. I'm just saying she was good at her job. Like, damn, like that's some crazy stuff, man. The lawsuit separate to the federal investigation by Lil Rod. In February, Coram, who was 37, was described as a Ghislaine Maxwell to Sean Diddy Combs, Jeffrey Epstein. Like I said before, they're definitely putting Diddy on that same level as Jeff Epstein. Diddy knows a lot of people, so like I said, they were making the comparisons. This will make a lot of sense. And Diddy has been around Trump, so you know, even if it hasn't been directly with Jeffrey Epstein, yeah, he's been around Trump. They posted hella pictures of them together, and Trump was definitely super close to Jeffrey Epstein. So you know, by this process of the six levels, yeah, will we be surprised that they're all just in cahoots together? Will we be surprised they're all in cahoots together? What up, Taco? What is it about money? I don't know, man. It's the power aspect. It 100% is the power aspect. Like, it's just because you can get it. It's just because you can get it. You have access to it because people they just love money, man. So you can pay people to do anything you want them to do, man. It's the money and the power, man. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So, so they say Coram, according to Lil Ron Sue, also knowingly and intentionally participated in, perpetrated, assisted, supported, and facilitated a sex trafficking venture. As the chief of staff, Coram, according to Lil Ron Sue, was instrumental in organizing and executing the Racketeer Influence and Corruptions Organizations Act enterprise, which he claims Diddy was running. According to Lil Ron Sue, Coram had another employee, Stevie J, which Stevie J, I was like, that was funny. Cause I'm like, man, they said Stevie J was also participating in setting the stuff up. So it's wild, man. It's wild. So said Coram joined Bad Boy in 2013 and became a manager for Diddy, the director and office of the chairman of Combs Enterprises, according to her now deleted LinkedIn profile. She's trying to get rid of evidence, y'all see? She's trying to get rid of evidence. She said, no, I ain't associated with him, man. I'm deleting my LinkedIn. She was appointed chief of staff in 2020. Christina might be cooperative, the source said, referring to the federal case against Diddy. We're gonna see about that. So that's where we're at right now. So Diddy is being charged right now with multiple counts. He has been denied bail, and he has another hearing on the 24th. So stay tuned. We're gonna see if they get Christina too. They need to get her ass too. Because yeah, she need to go down. She need to go down right along with Diddy. Because this is crazy. Ain't nobody accusing you of all this stuff and you ain't do at least one of these things. There's something going on, Diddy. There's something going on, bro. You should have went to Bali like Russell Simmons, and you should have stayed your ass there. But you trying. I see you trying. But all your lifelines finally about to get eaten up. You about to be done, son. You're cooked. You're cooked. We thought that he's gonna get away with it. He's gonna get away with it. No, he ain't in New York. He in Miami right now. No, at least he went back, man. He figured that it's too hot. It's too hot. So let me just go ahead and finally try to defend myself. So we gonna see. But I think your lifeline ran up, man. I think your lifeline ran up. So that's that news. That is that news. So we got through that one. Cool. All right. It was 10:18, and that still is not going out yet. Let's continue.